In order to survive the upcoming challenges, we must prepare ourselves for what's to come. With the combination of travel and financial markets, an economic downturn, and supply chain shortages, we are likely to face more than just headaches in the near future. The ongoing recession may be the start of something much bigger that has the potential to change life as we know it. However, there are ways to cope with these difficulties. One of the biggest challenges is dealing with the rising cost of everyday essentials due to persistent inflation. Prepper and collaborator OscarPrepper.com's Catherine Peterson explains that surviving in today's world can be tough. Knowing which items are likely to increase in price can help us make more informed decisions and prioritize our spending. Being prepared means planning in advance, budgeting, and anticipating our future needs. To assist with this, we have put together a list of several products that will be crucial for your survival now and in the future. These items are about to face significant price hikes over the next few weeks and months, so it's important to take note, be on the lookout for sales, and stock up when possible. Before we get to the list, we kindly ask for your support by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming lists. Without further ado, here are 20 prepping items that will skyrocket in price this year. 1. Cereal-based foods like oats, rice, wheat, and corn are in short supply globally. Extreme weather events that have devastated crops in California, India, Pakistan, and many other parts of the world, as well as the ripple effects of the Ukraine crisis, have resulted in shortages of these basic staples. Cereals are rich in fiber, protein, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, and a diet rich in cereals helps our bodies stay in balance and our metabolism perform better. They also have a long shelf life if stored properly, making them perfect to stockpile for the long run. However, demand is staying strong while supplies continue to shrink, so prices are likely to intensify as inventories get smaller in the coming months. 2. Canned foods are practical and easy to store, making them a perfect alternative for those planning for the long term. However, the global industry is facing a severe shortage of raw materials, with aluminum being particularly hard hit by supply and demand imbalances. This is affecting many food makers, who are having to pay higher costs for aluminum cans. In this tight environment, don't expect canned foods to be any cheaper than they are right now. With production failing to keep pace with the needs of the industry, the cost of all canned foods and beverages is likely to increase even more than it already did last year. In conclusion, by being aware of the impending price hikes and preparing in advance, we can ensure that we have the resources we need to survive the challenges ahead. Stockpiling items such as cereals and canned foods may be a wise decision, but it's important to prioritize and make informed decisions about where to spend our money. Remember, being prepared is about anticipating our future needs and planning accordingly. 3. In today's world, tactical gear emergencies can happen at any moment, and with climate change making them more frequent, it's important to be prepared. Cyber attacks and global conflicts can disrupt supply chains, causing consumers to rush to stores to grab backpacks, flashlights, and first aid kits. The demand for these goods is already high and prices are only expected to increase. Don't wait until chaos ensues to purchase reliable tactical gear. Be prepared for any situation. 4. With the refining capacity of fuel plants dwindling, it's time to consider stockpiling fuel if you have a safe place to store it. Many plants have been permanently shut down, and dozens of others are scheduled to close for maintenance in the coming months. This means that diesel and gasoline will likely remain scarce for the rest of the year. According to the head of petroleum analysis at GasBuddy, Patrick Dayon, a national average of $5 for a gallon of gas will become the new normal in 2023. 5. As the cost of fossil fuels surges, more and more consumers are turning to alternative methods of transportation, such as bicycles, electric scooters, and electric cars. However, as the popularity of these vehicles grows, so do their prices. If you're interested in buying an alternative method of transportation, start checking out prices and doing your research to determine what you can afford and what the best choice is for you. 6. It's important to be aware that some parts of the country are experiencing water shortages, which are expected to worsen during the summer months. Water filtration systems are expected to become increasingly expensive as a result. While stocking up on bottled water can be helpful, investing in a high-quality filtration system can save you during many adverse situations or when supplies are scarce. Clean water is essential for survival, so never forget about that when prepping. 7. Recent global events, including the pandemic and the possibility of bioweapon utilization in conflicts, highlight the importance of always having personal protective equipment on hand. With more and more people becoming aware of such potential risks, prices for PPE are increasing fast. Invest in a good supply of masks, gloves, hand sanitizers, and iodine tablets to ensure that you and your family are protected when the next crisis strikes. 8. As demand for renewable energy sources continues to rise, prices for solar panels are increasing. Investing in solar panels today can save you a lot of money on energy bills in the future and make you less reliant on the electric power grid. This is especially important now, as massive outages are becoming increasingly common. Consider investing in solar panels to prepare for a more sustainable future. 9. In addition to traditional renewable energy sources like wind turbines, alternative energy sources are becoming more popular due to the increasing failure of traditional power plants, which often cause widespread outages. The threat of cyber attacks on our power grid also highlights the importance of having a reliable energy supply in emergency situations. So if you're considering purchasing an alternative energy source, now is the time to act before prices skyrocket. 10. When disaster strikes, one of the first things to disappear from store shelves is batteries. With the growing demand for electronic devices, the price of batteries is expected to rise even higher. To ensure you're prepared for any emergency, stock up on batteries or switch to rechargeable ones to reduce your reliance on disposable batteries. 11. Recent news reports have highlighted critical shortages of important medications such as ibuprofen, Tylenol, and antibiotics like amoxicillin. With the cost of healthcare constantly on the rise, shortages are likely to lead to even higher prices for medications in the future. To protect yourself from potential shortages, make sure you have a sufficient supply of necessary medications and purchase them before prices become too high. 12. Outdoor activities have become increasingly popular among Americans, and the summer months are expected to see even more people heading outside. This trend is likely to drive up the cost of outdoor equipment such as tents, sleeping bags, and backpacks. If you plan on spending time in the great outdoors, now is the time to purchase the gear you need before supplies become scarce. 13. The cost of tools is expected to rise in the coming year, making it more important than ever to invest in high-quality tools that will last. Whether you're repairing your home or car, or heading out for outdoor activities like hunting, fishing, or hiking, durable and reliable tools are a must-have. Look for multi-purpose tools that fit your budget for added value. 14. As the ongoing housing crisis continues to put pressure on builders to ramp up construction activity, the demand for building materials like lumber, concrete, and steel is pushing prices up by double digits. It's crucial to get the materials you need before more painful price increases hit stores in the months ahead. 15. With the trend of taking better care of our animals likely to stay with us, pet supplies are a must-have. However, since the pandemic broke out, we're seeing empty shelves where pet supplies are supposed to be, and these shortages aren't getting any better. Everything pet-related is getting extremely expensive, so don't forget to include pet supplies in your stockpile to ensure the needs of your furry friends. 16. As our cities become more dangerous and people search for ways to be safer, the cost of self-defense tools is going up rapidly. Preppers and non-preppers alike need these tools to protect themselves from human and animal predators. Personal protection is crucial in any type of emergency, so make sure to consider this the next time you go shopping. 17. The global shortage of cotton, driven by floods and storms in major producing countries, is pushing the cost of clothing and textiles to levels not seen in decades. Manufacturing and transportation costs are also on the rise, and we're about to see the result of all of that in price tags over the next couple of months. When prepping, invest in high-quality clothing and textiles that will last a long time rather than buying cheaper items that wear out quickly. 18. As technology continues to evolve and become increasingly essential in our daily lives, the cost of tech is going up. Unfortunately, products like smartphones, laptops, and other electronic devices will see a steep rise in prices in 2023 due to the ongoing semiconductor shortage and higher labor and production costs. If you rely heavily on technology, it's important to purchase high-quality products that you'll be able to use for many years to come, so you can save money in the future. 19. Another area where technology is becoming increasingly important is home security systems. The rate of delinquencies is rising at an alarming pace all across America, which is leading to an unprecedented demand for home security systems. Of course, prices are also going up just as fast. However, given the deteriorating conditions in our cities, staying safe should always be a priority. Therefore, it's important to choose a reliable home security system to protect yourself and your family. 20. During turbulent times like these, when people realize what's at stake and how big the risks really are, they usually start to panic. From one day to the other, a major event such as a brutal stock market sell-off, a housing crash, or even the emergence of a new pandemic or the occurrence of a natural catastrophe can lead hordes of people to run for the exits, look for safe havens, and take their money out of the system as fast as they can. That's why gold and silver are a very traditional form of wealth protection that our society always comes back to during economic uncertainty. It's safe to say that when things get tougher, everyone will have the same idea, and these precious metals will likely skyrocket in price. If you buy now before the frenzy begins, you may even experience significant wealth gains in the future when everyone will be desperate to have them. It's crucial to invest in a way to keep your savings safe, and you should start thinking about that today. Getting ready before the worst happens will allow you to be safe from all the craziness. As we've exposed in previous videos, banking institutions are at risk of seizing all your money in the next downturn. Therefore, it's important to take steps to protect your wealth. A day of reckoning is at the door, and the collapse will be brutal. We hope this information has been helpful to you, and you're welcome to share your prepping insights in the comments section down below. Our society will certainly need all the help it can get if chaos starts to take over our streets.